Hey there, I'm B and welcome to Modify It For Me. This is a game series where I take games that are rated for 8+ ages and modify them to play with children as young as 5. The first game I'm going to feature is Dragonwood by Game Right Games. Now, Dragonwood is a set collection card game for 2 to 4 players rated for ages 8+. A lot of families already really enjoy this game, but I'm hoping I can help you modify it to play it with even younger players. So we're going to make some general changes to Dragonwood to make it easier for kids. First, we're going to simplify the set collection and just focus on colour. We're going to reduce the game time by taking some creatures out of the creature deck. We're going to play with an open hand and have an unlimited number of cards you can have in your hand. And finally, we're going to remove the enchantment and the event cards for children that can't read. Now, the first thing that we're going to get rid of are the enchantment and the event cards. They add a little bit of extra strategy and fun to the game when the kids are ready, but for now they're just too hard to read. Next, we're going to make sure we have our dragon cards aside, and then we're going to remove some cards from our creature deck so that we can reduce that playtime. We will keep all of the dice, and we will keep the entire hero deck. To begin setup, we have our hero deck here in the center of the table. Each player is dealt 5 cards as usual. Now, depending on the player age, you can keep these cards face up to help assist players. We then take the 2 dragon cards and half of the deck and shuffle them in. We then place the dragon side of the deck at the bottom of the creature pile. You then reveal the top 5 creatures. You're now ready to play. Gameplay is very similar to the original rules, we're just making some adjustments to the set collection. So instead of using 3 different ways of set collection, we're going to focus on just colour. Players will need to say which creature they're attempting to capture and play their matching coloured cards. If you play 3 cards, you roll 3 dice, 2 cards, 2 dice, etc. Players will then roll the dice and count the values, asking older players for help if they need it. They will then check the lowest value on the card that they were trying to capture, and if they've rolled that number or higher, they capture it successfully. If not, their heroes are discarded as usual, and it's the next player's turn. The other way to adjust gameplay is to allow players to have as many cards in their hand as they want. Don't set a limit. If a player does not choose to attempt to capture a creature on their turn, they may instead call reload and draw 2 more cards. Play continues as usual until those final 2 dragons are captured. So now it's time to level up. My favourite part. This means that your kid is advancing, they're learning more, and they're getting more comfortable with gameplay, and that's great. We don't want to rush it, however, so these are some steps you can take to add things back in. The first thing you could do is consider extending the gameplay out by adding more creature cards to the deck. You would then extend the set collection rules by adding back in the matching numbers or the numbers in a row. Play with a concealed hand next so that you can't see their cards and they can't see yours, and add that extra layer of strategy. And finally, when your kid is at a good reading level, you can add back in those enchantment or those event cards to add extra strategy and fun there. Here's a quick summary for you to jump back to if you need a refresher later. Thank you for modifying it with me. I hope you enjoy this series, and I'll see you next time.